Okay, I guess we're live. And I guess we'll figure out if anybody chooses to join us for this Google Hangout. We'll see if anybody's on it. Let me see, I think maybe we can find, let's see, it looks like I could do a screen. I could share my entire screen with you. Looks like I can do questions and answers. No, I can't. How can I not do that? Whoa. Stop. Okay. I wonder how I get that. All right, so I don't know if anyone's gonna log in. I feel kind of silly doing this by myself. But let's see what we can find. First thing would be, where's our lab? It's up. Let me see if maybe we can do this. Maybe we can. Maybe, let me see. If we go to here, and we can look at lab handouts, and we can look at the heart. The heart lab. Hopefully you can see this. Let me double check and make sure that you can see this. In the pre-lab, oh, not that one, this one. Okay, so in this pre-lab, hopefully, let me do that again. I wasn't sure what I was doing. So let me see if I can, ooh, I've got a few viewers. Maybe a few of you are in. All right, so I'm trying to figure out if I can share my screen with you. And if I can, I'm not sure if I can. Okay, so hopefully I can show you this, share this. Okay. So the first thing I wanted to go over was how much you could do on the pre-lab for today, and go through this. So let's see if I can go to, so if you go through this, hopefully you were able to do these pre-lab questions by looking things up. The heart is covered by membranes. I want to make sure that you understand the difference between mucous and serous membranes, and that you understand the difference between the parietal and visceral pericardium. And in here, so if you don't know that, make sure you look that up and get that in there. And then here, the cardiovascular system talks about the role of each of those components. You should know that. This one we're going to come back to in the immune system. So the lymphatic system also has an immune function. And then I have to honestly look up this pre-lab quiz. I hope you found it. Okay. Now, some of these you can definitely do by just having your lab manual open and naming the sulci that separate the atria and ventricles, and then those that separate the right side from the left side externally. The sulci are the grooves inside the heart that you can use. That, well, it's basically where the blood vessels lie, and they're sort of the fatty areas of the heart, so you'll notice that. And then observe the apex and base. These are confusing terms too. The base is actually the top of the heart, and the apex is the bottom of the heart. You can then look at the atria, and then we'll look at the posterior view. And then next week in lab, when you actually have a heart, we'll look at that. And as I get better at this, maybe I'll be able to actually show you a 3D picture of a heart so you can see the different parts of it. But I think you should be able to trace the path of blood through the heart and answer these resulting questions. And also, when they say pulmonary circulation, that means drawing the path of blood through the heart and to the lungs and then back to the heart. Then it asks you systemic circulation. This is what happens after it's left the heart. So after it's left the left side of the heart, then the blood gets pumped to the body. And the systemic circulation is then how it is transported to the body. So you should be using terms like the aorta carries blood to arteries, which then become smaller and become arterioles, and then become even smaller and become capillaries. That's where the actual exchange of gases occurs. And it might be helpful to do this as a flow chart. After capillaries, those capillaries become bigger vessels called venules. Those venules become bigger vessels called veins. And those veins ultimately drain into either the superior vena cava, if these are veins from the head and neck, or the inferior vena cava coming from the rest of the body. And the superior and inferior vena cava will dump back into the right atrium. See if you can understand what a septal defect is, and then you're going to be using a microscopic structure of cardiac muscle cells. I think for this, you might want to look for a good internet image of a cardiac muscle. You will need to look up intercalated discs, and I have some images in the PowerPoint that I will show you. And then for this ECG part, you're going to need to read in your book and see what you can find out about ECGs, and then listen to my online podcast and narrated video. So I can take you through that if you want to go through it now. And then because we don't have real data here, I will either give you some data via Blackboard, or I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with that yet. We'll deal. Okay, so so that's how that's going to work. Okay, let me see. So I'll stop sharing that for the moment and go back to this video maybe somewhere. I'm not very good at this, I must admit. Okay. So all right, so here we are on this video call. And so we should be able to have a little chat, I'm hoping. And I think I see over here, oh, whoops. Now I see you both there. You can chat there. All right, so if you, okay, so let's see, what else can I show you? This isn't as helpful as I thought it would be, I'm sorry. Oh my, I don't know what to do. I think the best thing to do if this isn't helpful for you is not to keep you for certain, because you've done some helpful things already to try to log on. I just wanted to make sure you had no questions on the chemical Eric or the Physio X. I'm in the process of making some narrated videos that go along with some of the newer PowerPoints. And so I will be uploading those to Blackboard in a separate folder, and you'll be able to find them there. And I'm hoping that that will be helpful for you. Did you guys all get that? So that's what I'm hoping that we can do. And then you should probably, hopefully you've gone through, maybe you can see this on the video now. You've gone through go through the terminology on your lab and start reading about blood. And I will show you, let's see if I can get to sharing my screen again. I'm not sure if I'm actively sharing it right now or not, but I'm going to try to share my screen. Let's see. Let's see, can I share my screen? Sorry, is, let's see if I can show you the, how did I do this before? Screen share. Okay, so if oops, let's see if I can show you the, how did I do this before? Screen share. Okay, so if oops, let's see if I can show you the, how did I do this before? Screen share. Okay, so if oops, let's see if I can show you the, okay, how did I do this before? I'm going to stop this for a minute.